Nayeli Arbizu, and I will be presenting my speech over Headstart. My audience today is my aunt Ivania Diaz, my mom Melba Arbizu, my uncle William De La Rosa, and my brother-in-law Pablo Posadas. Have you ever heard the phrase of kids are the future of America? Well, there is no denying that it is true. Kids are the future of America, and that is why we need more programs like Head Start. Head Start is an early childhood education program that helps children that come from low-income family-based homes get a head start. This program offers help as early as when a child is 6 weeks old to the age of 5 years old. Head Start staff are trained to not only educate these disadvantaged children in more ways than one, but they are trained to educate their parents and or legal guardians how to create a better lifestyle for themselves and providing them with opportunities to improve their current situation. Marian Wright Edelman, President, Children's Defense Fund from National Forum, March 1993, says that Head Start children enter kindergarten knowing the basics, and even more important in the long run, they've discovered that learning is fun and they are good at it. Head Start makes it less likely that a child will have to be placed in special education classes or held back in school later on. Head Start is designed to teach children how to use their fine motor skills, their cognitive skills, language skills, personal, social, emotional, and gross motor skills as early as the age of 6 weeks old. All the lessons and activities that are done in a classroom setting is all based off of the child's age and knowledge. As they get older, teachers and parents set a certain goal for the child to be able to reach within a specific time frame. At 1 year old, they are taught to start being independent. Their bottles and pacifiers are taken away so they can learn how to use a regular cup, and they are put on cots instead of cribs to sleep on during their nighttime to help them transition from crib to bed. At home, at 2 years old, they are taught to clean after themselves. They are potty trained. They learn how to verbally communicate to each other and how to serve their own plate and eat with a fork or spoon instead of using their hands. At age 3 to 5 years old, they are mixed into the same classroom to learn the basics they will need for kindergarten and life. This is the ages that learn science, math, writing, etc. more in depth. 3 to 5 year olds are put into a classroom together so the older kids are able to help the younger ones with the skills they lack in. For example, a 3-year-old would not be expected to know how to count in a row of 20 as easily as a 5-year-old would. But when a 3-year-old sees their friend doing something, they get encouraged to try to learn what they know. School does not come easy to just everyone. Some kids struggle more in school than others, and that is why the teachers are required to do something called small group with children. After a teacher assesses their children, they pull 6 kids that lack in the same area to play a game with them. The small group that is being pulled will then play a game to help them better understand the skill that they need help in. Learning is made to be fun for children, so their attention is on the activity for a longer time than it would be rather than having them sit and say CAT's cat. Head Start children are not only being taught how to be book smart, but they are also taught how to be life smart. They learn independence, responsibility, self-value, and they are taught to have self-control. In a classroom, a child has to do everything for themselves. They set the table since they are required to eat family style during lunch. They are all given a job in the classroom to be responsible for, such as being a line leader or wiping the tables down. These jobs also give a child a purpose to wake up to go to school every morning. It makes them feel important and worthy to have a responsibility. When a kid is acting up, there is no time out, but they are simply taught different tactics to calm down. Keep in mind that these children come from low-income-based families. Society expects them to be less successful and are expected to be a part of the felon population, compared to a kid who grew up in a middle-class, high-class home. Most of these children have seen or experienced abuse firsthand. The book, When Dad Hurts Mom, Helping Your Children Heal from the Wounds of Witnessing Abuse by Lundy Bancroft says that the behavioral responses of the children who witness domestic violence may include acting out, withdrawal, or anxiousness to please. The children may exhibit signs of anxiety and have a short attention span, which may result in poor school performance and attendance. They may experience developmental delays in speech, motor, or cognitive skills. They may also use violence to express themselves, displaying increased aggression with peers or their mothers. Headstart programs try to provide these students and their families as much as possible after evaluating violent or odd behaviors in these children. The staff of Headstart all work together to involve the parent in their child's life. Since attention is very important to a child's development, by simply asking them to spend some time in the classroom and by involving the parents more in their child's education more than any other program would. Aside from involving parents more, staff also tries to make parents aware of the opportunities that they can take to be better. Sarah Glazer, a London-based freelance writer, says that family service centers' theory is that drug abuse, illiteracy, and unemployment have become such oppressive problems for low-income families that they are undermining efforts to help their children. Headstart centers provide drug counseling, education, and job searching help for parents to help them improve their current life situation. The early childhood education program, Headstart, should be recognized more for its outstanding ways to help low-income based families, starting by providing children with everything they need to be successful in school and in life, to helping their families with abuse, unemployment, and guiding them towards better opportunities. These families find the value within themselves. This program is made to help these people learn that where they come from or who they are today doesn't define who you can and will be in the future.